Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic of microprocessor architecture. In this topic, in microprocessor and microcontroller. So, microprocessor is the central processing unit of computer. It is very important to computer. It is the CPU of computer, and it is the heart of the computer. Every computer has microprocessor, even the calculator, everything has microprocessor. So in this chapter describes Intel 8085 as the one of the most popular 8-bit microprocessor. It can able to store 8-bit microprocessor. So Intel Corporation has also developed a large number of general purpose and special purpose peripheral device. Actually, the peripheral device means it is an input output device. It used to use for general purpose like addition, subtraction. These device are very useful for development of microprocessor based system. It also it is available in varieties or in Intel microprocessor. Intel 8085 microprocessor. It is the 8-bit NORMS microprocessor. It is the 40-pin IC package and it's fabricated on LSI chip. LSI chip means least signification chip. The microprocessor of 40 pin IC in the first stage is LSI, and similarly it's become 1 2 3 4 5. After the 20th is MSI, most signification bit. The Intel 8085 uses a 5 volt DC power supply. Microprocessor using 5 volt power supply. The clock speed, every second microprocessor counting the numbers, the speed of the clock is 3 megahertz, and the clock cycle is 320 nanosecond. The time for the clock cycle of Intel 8085 AH2 versions is 200 nanosecond. It has 80 instruction and 246 opcode. Uh, the microprocessors is very important to every computers they are using. These important sections it's described in the subsequent sections. ALU is the arithmetic and logic unit. In microprocessor, we already see the like every uh, bus in front of their number coding is automatically coding and counting. That is happen because of this microprocessor. So ALU is the part of microprocessor and it's performing addition, subtraction, logical operation. Here addition, subtraction, logical and unlogical, or logical exclusive, or and complement, increment, decrement, left shift. Every letters can able to change are clear. So similarly microprocessor, it's counting a number, it's need a time to count, right? So that's why we are using timing and control unit. The timing and control unit sections of CPU, it generates timing and controls which are necessary for the execution. If the microprocessor need a perfect time to create a signal, right? If you are in a traffic signal, it's also need a time. It suddenly changes the signal. There will be some uh, some issues, guys, right? So that's why we need to calculate a proper time. So here it control data flow between CPU and peripheral device. It's provide, okay, and it's provide status, control, timing signal which are required for the operation, memory and input device. It controls even entire operation of the microprocessor, okay. And registers, we already know everything is something is need to hold, so we are using register to register the counter. Okay. uh, Registers are used by, wait a second, used by the microprocessor for temporary storage and manipulation of data and instructions. Here remain in the registers till they are sent to the memory and are input output devices. So actually register, first of all we have to understanding it is a temporary register to storing the data and used to manipulate data. Manipulate means டேட்டாக்களை நம்ம வந்து எப்படி கையாளுறது அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்காக. So Intel 8085 microprocessor has the following registers. This is the architecture of microprocessor. This is the block diagram. So usually if you seeing the microprocessor, it is a chip actually. If you removing screw in your laptop or computer, even your mobile phone, you can see a chip like this. Wait a second. Yeah, if you see your look like your laptop, you can able see microchips is here. The pins are used for addition. This pins around 20 here and here 20, totally 40 pin IC. Here the construction of microprocessor we are going to study actually. So this is the data bus. Data bus means one wire, it's connecting all the functions. So accumulator used to hold data for permanently, and here the temporary register is used to hold data temporarily. Here the status block always indicate what is do. If suppose microprocessor is on or off, it's always indicate. And here interrupt control is controlling the microprocessor. Sometimes external signal is given to by the user, it's used to control. Here serial input output control is used by even user and itself. Here arithmetic and logic unit, the input is given by accumulator and temporary register to the arithmetic logic unit. The output will be goes on data bus. Similarly, the instruction of registers, which bits gives to the which register, so it will instruction to this register. And instruction decoder, MC cycling encoding. Here the timing and control unit here, it used to control the flow of the data. And similarly stack pointer, program counter, how many programs are happen to the microprocessor, it's counting. And increment address latch, it suppose we are giving some values to some data address, it used to launch or increment or decrement. Here the address buffer is buffing the value. And similarly data address buffer, the address buffer is 8 address 8 to 815 address bus. And similarly address data 0, address data 7 address bus. This is the block diagram of Intel 8085 microprocessor. Here I am already says that from in this diagram, just look at the diagram. One 8-bit accumulator, this is one 8-bit accumulator is known as, it's also known as register A. And 6 8-bit general purpose register, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 general purpose registers, these are B C D E F H L. And one 16-bit stack pointer, one 16-bit program counter, and instruction register it's in self. And similarly temporary register, here the registers. So this is the architecture of microprocessor. Thank you for listening.